And we are live. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you.
Very good. So, Isabel, it's been a couple months since you started with us. I think it's been a little while actually. Let's
Yeah,
have a
with
look.
March, but I never really started till April. I done the pre-testing and then
Yep.
started, I think it was but the second week of April.
Awesome. And I've got your initial forms here that you filled out, the intake forms.
Mhm.
And at the time, let's have a look. What did you put in here? RA, diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis 5 years ago. This is when you first filled out the form.
Mhm.
Health concerns, lack of mobility due to pain in the right foot, right hand, left thumb, tiredness, nausea, indigestion, reflux, tinnitus, night sweats, broken sleep, and stubborn weight problems.
Wipeout.
Where do we begin?
Ah,
How are things since then?
okay. Stomach is a lot better.
Hmm.
Sleeping is fine. The tinnitus is, I actually went and got some cranial work done. So to have a look there. And what else? My actual pain in the foot is nowhere near what it is. I'm able to lift more weights and do more Pilates.
Mm.
And my gut health is like a lot better.
Hmm.
I haven't had to take any bicarbonate of soda, which I was living on,
Wow.
because that was the only thing that sort of calmed it down.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, so it's a lot better. Energy is a lot higher. Um, Food intake, I have done it to the letter.
Okay.
Whatever you said do, or whatever Michelle said do, I have done.
Hmm.
Um, and even when I looked at something and I thought, you know what it's going to do. So why the heck would you do it?
Yeah.
Why have you even like spent this money, got trusted people, got a support system, and not follow it? So I thought, no, I'm going to do exactly what you told me to do. And yeah, so loads of results. A little bit, no swelling on the thumb. This hand is completely just about gone, because that one used to be like that.
Wow.
So um, the foot, um, because I had plantar fascia in this foot as well. So I believe that the majority of the foot is a lot better on the, I just have to work on the plantar fascia,
Yeah.
um, which I'm doing. So
Yeah.
mindset is strong, which is important, I believe.
Hmm.
Um, yeah. And I've done like just about as much as I can do, um, with that little test that we just did. Like the majority of that I've ticked off.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, we did some testing with you, but what do you think made the biggest difference? Do you think it's the diet, the supplementation, the testing that
I'd
we've done?
say a combination, to be quite truthful.
Hmm.
Um, I think, like I said to Michelle, number one, if you trust the people that you've handed your life over to,
Yeah.
you're 95% there, as far as I'm concerned. If you've
Yeah.
got that trust, that's there. The supplements have been fantastic. Um, I do believe that they've done a mega amount of,
Mhm.
just that whole cleansing. It's like a restart, isn't it? It's like just get rid of everything and
Yeah.
let's just start again. And so I believe that has been of great assistance.
Mm,
And yeah, do the work. It's just do the work.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you had so many things that you put here in your forms. And what's your current weight? Do you know?
Yeah, I've actually lost some weight.
Hmm.
So I was sitting on 70, about 76.
Hmm.
So it's down to 74. But but I'm still in inches. You think I'd grow up, wouldn't you? Instead of, um, my measurements I've lost 2 dress sizes.
Wow.
So yeah,
That's amazing. Well, look,
yeah.
you did a we started the protocol April 6th, so April, May, June. Well, I mean, we're still not finished, are we?
No, no,
Um,
no.
so this is really good signs, and we should get even better results by the end of it. But you had some things here. I mean, we were positive for SIBO, we had some infections.
Mhm.
Um, so we did the clearing out the infection for the first 6 weeks. Let's have a look. Some dysbiosis happening, imbalanced bacteria in the gut, high fat stains. I mean, we found quite a lot of things there. And it's really important for people with rheumatoid arthritis to understand that your gut health plays a really big role and your micro, there's a lot of literature now about microbiome profiles and rheumatoid arthritis. And then things like gluten and dairy and soy and egg whites and kind of these sometimes inflammatory foods for people can cause a huge problem. So
Mm.
I'd be very curious to hear what the rheumatologist has to say when you see them again.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the markers are.
Mm,
But the funny thing is, he hasn't contacted me.
hmm
He changed the medication September last year to a mega strong one, which I have refused to take. That's
mm,
why I got in contact with you guys, because I thought you're just upping medication on me that's actually making me feel worse with the amount of side effects. So I didn't want to do that. So I have stuck with the old medication, which is 1 tablet in the morning, one at night.
mm,
And I thought, no, I'm going to use that base and I'm going to do it through natural, by looking at the gut health, looking at the complete what goes into my body, everything like that. My markers were sitting on 6. They were really curious why it was never like I believe a lot of the side effects was due to the actual medication they were giving me.
mm.
A lot of the extra problems was due to that. I'm not big on medication anyway. I would rather let things run their course to a point.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what he does say. But as I say, he hasn't contacted me at all, which I'm quite
Yeah.
amazed at.
Do you plan to go see them and maybe talk about coming off of medication if your markers are better, or what's your plan?
At the moment, I don't plan to see him for another couple of months. I want to complete this.
Hmm
I want to really give it 100%. I want to be able to walk in that office, and yeah. I mean, he's a beautiful guy. He does his job. He does his studies. He's done all that, and he did, hit me with, if you take turmeric, and I make my own mixture up with turmeric and, the black pepper and everything else, and with cinnamon and ginger. So, and I make them up myself. And he sort of said turmeric and a couple of things.
Mm,
Um, but I just think I wish they would just give you more of that.
mm.
It's not. I'll give you this for this, and then if you take an antacid for that, because that's going to create problems. So, and I thought, I'm just not doing that.
Yeah, it can get a bit complicated. But look, that's the toolkit that they have, and many of them have really they mean well, but it's just
Yeah,
that's the tools that they have at their disposal.
exactly.
And we try to address things a bit differently. Looking back, when we first spoke, it's obviously not a small commitment to do the treatment. It costs money. There's, 4 month commitment. It's a heck of a lot. It's a big hurdle to jump over at the beginning. Um, Now that you're, almost completed it and you're feeling better, looking back, what would you tell someone who's maybe in the same position?
Same position as me.
Mm,
If they don't take care of their health now, do they want to be in a nursing home?
mm,
It's that simple. And my biggest thing in my life is because my family all died very young.
Mm,
that there was no way in the world that I was following what they did.
mm,
Because the majority of people with a lot of what I say with illnesses is because they copy what their parents did.
mm.
They copy the environmental things they did. They copy the food that they ate. I changed all that.
Yeah. Good for you.
Uh, I just changed it. I thought, I don't do gluten. I don't do dairy. I've never. Um, I don't eat meat. It doesn't sit in my body.
Mm,
Like I, I don't have a problem. We used to run cattle, and the reason at the beginning I didn't like the idea, but I
mm.
thought our cows were happy cows. Our cows were grass fed. Our cows were happy. There was
Yeah.
nothing toxins put on that ground. They were happy. And I
Mm,
thought if people are going to get that meat, then we've done a good job.
yeah.
So, but no, I I feel for people now. I look at people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s, and I think, oh my God, some in 50s are looking older than me, and I'm in my 70s. So,
Mm,
hello. I think no. You should be out, you should be doing sport, you should be like having a good time.
yeah.
You should be up at like 5:30 in the morning, watching the sunrise, like getting
Well,
out and you know,
the
just
sun
having
in the morning. Yeah. People seem to think that, getting older means getting unhealthier, but that's not the case. You don't have to.
no.
What are you going to do with all this new energy and
What am I doing? Well,
yeah,
I've got a couple of businesses, so I'm still working.
there you go. And
Um,
72 years old, right?
yeah, yeah,
That's so impressive.
yeah. But I don't look at myself as 72 years old. Like I said, it's really terrible. Someone asked me to go to this group, and I went, I don't want to listen to people tell me how ill they are because I won't be able to close my mouth. I'll be going, do something about it. Don't sit
Yeah.
there and waste your time just doing that, you know. Live your life, for goodness sake. Live. So yeah, so I plan to go back and do a lot more travel again as well, which I did before.
Hmm.
And yeah, just yeah, live.
Get the most out of life. Very impressive. When I'm your age and 72 years young, I should say, I hope to be like you, honestly. I think it's a very wonderful mindset that you have. And ultimately it's we've done our part as in we provided the information and the tools, but you did the work. So very well
Yeah,
done.
and that's what I love about you guys, like the amount of information, the amount of research that you do. Now, you could have just said to me, there's the medication or your herbs. There's your herbs. There's the protocol. Get on with it. We'll check in a couple of weeks, whatever. But you don't.
Mm,
You give us an hour every week
mm,
with a new topic, which I love. I'm learning so much more. I love it. You give us so much information on that app that, like, it's second to none that I've seen the amount of support. And there's nothing better if you're ever doing anything as having a group of people around you that support you and inspire you to just do better and be better. So no, I love it.
well, that's wonderful. Thank you. You put a lot of effort into it, so I'm glad you make use of it. It means a lot to us because we can put out all the information, but again, it's up to you to make use of it. So I'm glad you have.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've been telling everybody how good you are.
That's why we've been getting busier. That makes so much sense.
Yeah. No,
Well,
I just think, you do, as I say, you do a great job. And people have got to, sort of look at it as well. Like, get out, get fresh air, get the sunshine. Like, I had a young couple stay with me. I reckon I'm the same age as them. They're in their 30s.
yeah.
So I got them up on a Sunday morning. They had been drinking Saturday night and I wasn't. So I got them up Sunday morning. I says, you want to do a bit of, breath work, and we do 30 squats because that's what I do in the morning.
Mm.
And, just a bit of a lymphatic drainage. And then it was so white with frost. So I put them outside and said, let's do some grounding.
And they're like, what is going on here? But that's awesome. That's really good. Like
Anyway,
again, you can help people in many different ways. You can help them directly, indirectly.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
can, plant some seeds. You can inspire them. So I think that's wonderful. But thank you
Yeah.
for today.
You're welcome. No, thank you guys. Like, I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Everything
We
you do.
appreciate you too. We'll talk soon.
Everything.
Thank you, Isabel.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day.